Hey, welcome again. We're almost done with our depth gauge. We're going to make an assembly of it, do an exploded view, and then put it on some drawing sheets and talk about tolerancing and geometric controls. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with a simple assembly file. And then I'm going to bring in my first part. Now my first part I bring in is going to be my, here we go. And I got down here depth gauge, which is right there. First part I'm going to bring in is my new crossbar. Now I've made this lots, you can tell. I'm going to bring in the new one. I'm just going to drop it right here in the middle of my screen. And then I'm going to right click and say, okay, first thing I do, whatever my first part is, I drop in on my assembly. I ground it. Reason being, I don't want it moving around. I want the others to move to it. I want to make sure it stays locked on my front right top views so I don't end up with the part that's skewed for me. So I'm going to drop that off right now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place another part. And I'm going to get the handle for this time, and I'm going to open it. Now, see my handle's off? Well, I'm going to rotate it around the x-axis. Okay, now, again, and one more time. And I just right-clicked to do that. So I'm going to drop it off now. It's roughly facing the right direction. And don't need a second one, so I'm going to go OK. And I'm going to put him right where he belongs. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go constrain. Now, this is a threaded constraint, and so I can do motion on it, but right now, you'd either have it tightened up or you wouldn't have it tightened up. So I'm just going to drop him in right like so. Apply that. So there's my handle in. There's my base piece in. Now, next one I got to put in, I'm going to put in the rod. So I'm going to come back over to place. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to find the rod. Well, we got two versions of the rod, one with rounded edges, one without. Again, it's facing the wrong way, so I'm going to rotate this around the X as well. Now, the rods are the same on both ends. It doesn't matter which way I drop them in there. So I'm just going to set him right here. Go OK, and I'm going to transition him, strain. All right, and we're going to go like this. From there to right there. There he goes. Now, if I zoom out, so I got zoom all. There's my depth gauge, and it's working just fine for me. Let's get back to zoom all. The only thing I have left to do is put in the set screw. So, set screw right there. Open. There's my set screw. Boom. Now, something happened here and I didn't hit apply, so my rod has come loose. So I can just go back here and go constrain, rod, the hole, apply. Now let's try the same thing down here. Set screw to the hole, apply. There, he's in. Now in reality, he couldn't go all the way in. In fact, if I cut through this, you'll see what I'm talking about there. But he could be really tight on it. So I'm just gonna leave him for now, let him sit like that, and we're done with this. Okay, it's a rough assembly, but it's quick and it's done. I know what the problem is, and somebody that was really assembling it would know what the problem is. But for right now, it's going to work. Thanks for your time.